Hey, so I'm Walter Ciucevich, Sanford Surrounded Real Estate. We're going to be breaking down new listing in Sanford, land listing, and the purpose of this video and all the videos on this playlist are for you to be able to evaluate land, because sometimes I know with the tools on Zillow, it can be difficult, right? We can see this lot here, right? And we can see that it is, has trees on it, but that's about it, right? We can't see a whole lot more. And there's a lot of questions that we typically have that the listings on Zillow just don't answer. So my purpose is to be able to be a resource to you if you're looking to build a house. We can help you with finding builders. We also have a mortgage company with fantastic rates on construction loans right now. 0% down VA loans, along with 5% down loans for conventional custom home financing. So let's break this down. And if you have any other lots that you want or more information on financing, then you could drop them in the comments and we'd be glad to break down those lots or get you information on the financing. So I've pulled this lot up for orientation. If you're looking for it on a GPS, you're going to want to put in like 241 Saintsbury Place. This lot is located in Boca Estates, a really nice custom home community in Sanford and Lee County, close to US 1. On this right here, I've already put the water line layer on. This blue line right here is the water line. You got a 6-inch water line at the road, so you've got water. There's no red line here, so there's no sewer. So you're going to have a septic tank out here. We'll talk about soils in a second. And then I put the contour lines are on here, and every difference on these contour lines is a change in elevation of 2 feet, right? This right here is likely to be a high point on the property, where this is 2 feet lower in between each line. This is 2 feet lower in between each line. And so the property has some slope to it, although it is probably, relatively gradual. These aren't real close together, and there's some spots in here where they're rather far apart. So, you've got a relatively flat home site here. Not completely flat. You're likely going to have a crawl space in here, and I think the covenants in this area require it anyway. But a crawl space to help offset that change in elevation, and one side of the crawl space may need to be a little bit higher than another. Some of the other things we always check on these properties is we want to throw the wetlands map on and just see if there's any wetlands nearby. Wetlands are areas where you can't develop, can't build, because it's designed for where water should flow. It doesn't look like we have any wetlands on this property. And then I mentioned we could talk about soils real quick. I'll throw the soils map on, and let me change the view here real quick so that we can see this a little bit better. And we should be able to pull up the soil types here. So we can see here that the types of soils, we'll take a look real quick, are Fuquay loamy sand soil. And then up here at the further part, closer right here, 1 second. Sometimes it can be a little finicky. 1 second. And right here we got the Mayodan fine sandy loam soil. Generally speaking, right, like the sandy loam soil, you've got a chance at a septic system. Now, the darker you get, typically the less chance you have, and the more likely it is that you're going to need some sort of unconventional septic system out there, like a drip system or irrigation system, and they still work just as good as the others. They just cost more money typically to input, take a little bit longer for design and approval. But with such a large area back here that's a little bit lighter colored, it's not the lightest that you see, and it's a slam dunk. But since it's such a large lot, it's likely that you're going to be able to find an area for a conventional septic system here. But it is an area where we definitely want to do some due diligence. Now, as far as the area and the nearby houses, because that should factor into your search as well for a custom home, what I like to do is just take a look at the general area and the houses that are for sale or sold recently. Now, this community is just one road, Saintsbury Place, right? It's a nice community, but I'd really be wanting to look at the properties in this community. So you can see this one's nearby. This one sold for $535, new construction, $413, $580, $475 back in 2021. These houses are likely worth more than that now. The trusty, or not so trusty, Zillow's estimate says it's worth $606,000 now. So you got houses in here that could definitely support your value for a really nice custom home. There are also some covenants that you could look over in here for the type of home you need to build. You can bring your own builder. They'll just need to be approved by the HOA, and there are some requirements for size and finishes and foundation types and things like that that you'll definitely want to look over. If you want any more information on any of that, feel free to drop a comment below, or give us a call, 919-261-3163. And as always, we'll be evaluating the best lot listings that hit the market in Lee County, and we'll be able to give you some information on those. Have a great one. Thanks.